Hey you guys, I am so excited for this video. Guess why? It has been 1 year since I moved to LA. That's right. I'm in a spinning chair. I have officially lived in LA for 1 year, and that is incredible. If you live here, you know how hard it is and how expensive it is. So I am celebrating today that I have made it to my 1 year anniversary. Woo. And as many YouTubers do, I wanted to give some tips and things that I've learned since I've been here in LA. I went on my social media, Instagram, Snapchat, and asked people to ask me questions that they had about LA and my experience here. I got a few questions, so I'm gonna read those off to you and answer them since I am now officially a local. Or maybe it takes 2 years, I don't know. I've been here a year. I think I can say I'm a local. So here's a fun Q&A that you guys asked me about my experience in LA and just living in LA in general. Enjoy! Okay. Alex freaking Carr asks, what's the most different thing about living/working in LA compared to Texas? If you guys don't know, I moved here from Texas and I was in Texas for like 12 years of my life or something. The difference between living and working in Texas. Well, one, living in Texas is so affordable compared to here. You could have a mansion in Texas for like a 2-bedroom here, or like a studio here would be probably a 1-bedroom like house in Texas. It is very expensive to live here. Another difference living in Texas, Southern hospitality is a thing. I remember one of my early weeks just being out, like being a tourist here in LA. I would walk down the street and like make eye contact with people and smile because that's how I was raised. But here they're like, why are you looking at me? Like, get about your business and stop smiling. So definitely Texas has Southern hospitality. LA is more like get where you gotta go, hustle and flow, I don't know. Another difference living in LA is that it's much faster paced than Texas. It's not necessarily that everyone's rushing, they are on the highway, but it's just like, I don't know how to explain it. When you're here, you're on, you're going, you're hustling. But in Texas, it's like a little slower. I feel like I had a lot more chill days in Texas. So yeah, those are some differences. You can give or take which are good or bad. The only thing I prefer would be cheap prices in Texas. Work-wise, people in LA will not contact you if you don't get the job. I've noticed in Texas, if you don't get the job, it's an email like, sorry, at this time we're not gonna take you. In California, it'll like months will go by and you like kind of forgot you applied to a place and you're like, wait, I guess I didn't get the job. But yeah, that's my answer to that question. Okay, same friend, Alex freaking Carr. How did you get a place with the Hollywood sign view? Alex, I'm gonna be real with you. Jesus, I hooked it up. I had 2 weeks to get out of my last apartment, and it was getting stressful. I think it was like the Wednesday of the first week, and I was like, God, now I can't stay at this place. My room's already gone to somebody else. I have to find housing and living. I can't be homeless. So honestly, a lot of prayer. I went to church. I asked my small group friends to pray for me. And then less spiritual, I went on any kind of housing thing you could find. I looked on all your basic like rent.com or apartments.com. It is harder to find places on the internet just because there's so many people here. People get it. By the time you can view the house, there's already like 5 applications in. So my friend Tierney, who actually moved out here close to when I did, she gave me the tip to just go to the area that you want to live in, drive around, and then see who's advertising that they have rooms. Because it's a lot easier to just get that phone number, call them, or like show up rather than going through the email, trying to like do all this internet stuff, and you can just like, be there in person. So luckily I did both. I found this place online, but when I first called, they didn't get to me. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do what Tierney said and just go to the area. So I went to this place and I called and I was like, hey, I saw you guys on the internet, but no one like reached out to me. Now I'm outside, is anyone here or can anyone get here? Again, God stepped in the situation and they were like, oh yeah, literally she just finished showing the house. You can probably see her coming down the stairs. And there she was, the landlord or realtor was like, oh yeah, they just told me you wanted to check out the place. And I was like, yes girl, let's get it. So we checked out the place, my roommate was with me. We checked out the place, pinned in our application, and boom, we got the place. And you can see the Hollywood sign. Literally, there's nothing that I did special to get this place. That's why I say God did it, because I don't know how I got this place, but it's pretty nice and I like it. Next question. So my friend Brooke, whose handle is Mondb, I don't know if I'm saying this right. It's supposed to be like Mondb or Mondb. Sorry, girl. Anywho, she asked, do you have recommendations for good areas to live? Price-wise, things to do, etc. So if we're gonna go with price-wise, I would say Koreatown, Hollywood area, not like right on Hollywood Boulevard, but like the surrounding areas. Northern Hollywood and everything up there, like Sherman Oaks, is pretty affordable, but it is kind of farther from like where everything's at, so you may have to drive in. What else? Maybe Venice. I don't know how that is price-wise, but it's definitely a fun, cool vibe. So Venice is a nice area. As far as things to do, or like if you want to be in the cool hip parts of LA, definitely Echo Park and Silver Lake. It's the most, I don't want to say hipster, but it's where the cool young artsy people are. So those two cities are cool to do like some fun artsy stuff. But yeah, as far as my recommendations, I would try Koreatown, Silver Lake, Echo Park, Hollywood area. You just have to like check. There's East Hollywood, West Hollywood, all that. And as far as things to do, there's always things to do in LA. So literally, you could live everywhere and find something to do. Definitely Echo Park, Silver Lake, there's cool hipstery things to do. Hollywood, you can do all the touristy stuff and like underground pop-up things that happen. And if you want to live near the beach, Santa Monica and Venice are cool. It is very populated because a lot of tourists go there. So keep that in mind if you want to live there. Next is Galloway's, who you've actually seen on this channel. He came and visited in LA. So his question is, how's the foods, sights, and wine? And then also, does it feel like an adventure? I'll answer the adventure question first. Yes, LA is an adventure every day. One, because you don't know if you're gonna find parking at whatever event that you're trying to go to. So just parking is an adventure in itself. Just meeting new people is an adventure. I've encountered so many opportunities, so many new friends just by like talking to just random people at whatever event or work thing that I'm at. So LA is definitely an adventure. And I guess another thing compared to Texas, it's an adventure in the sense that there's cool nature stuff here. Hiking here is an adventure and it's pretty. I went on a hike where there was a waterfall and like never did I think I'd actually be on a legit hike like with branches hitting me, seeing waterfalls. So that was really cool. So yes, LA is definitely an adventure. The food is amazing. I love food. Probably can't tell because I'm just naturally skinny, but I love to eat. So the food here is definitely good, especially if you like any kind of Asian cuisine. They have good Japanese food, good Thai food, good Chinese food in Chinatown, good Korean barbecue in Koreatown. The Asian cuisine is off the charts. The boba here, off the charts. The one thing, maybe not the one thing, but the one thing I've noticed coming from Texas, barbecue here, the meat doesn't fall off the bone. There's no brisket here. It's just ribs that aren't even, I don't know why I'm faking country accent now that I'm talking about it, but you know, you need to go to the South if you want some barbecue. So yeah, I would not try California barbecue if you're a big barbecue person. If you're not a big barbecue person, it's all right. Like, it wasn't horrible. The cornbread wasn't good. But to be fair, I'm thinking of like my grandma's cornbread, and you know, you can't compare your grandma's food to other people's. So, wine. You're asking the wrong person because I'm not a winey. Like, I like wine, but I don't know all the fanciness. I serve it in my serving job. The Sauvignon and other things I have to say. Merlot, I can say it. Have I tried it? No. I'm still at a college level of wine. It's like rosé and then a champagne. The sights here are amazing, and I'm talking about like nature sites. They're not really in the city because city life is kind of, you know, city life. You see, unfortunately, homeless people and like rats on the street. But if you go up to the mountains or go on hikes like that, it gets beautiful. And just seeing palm trees and the sunsets are beautiful too. The beaches are amazing. If you want to see a beautiful sight, go to Laguna Beach during sunset. Speechless. I hope that answered your question. Food's good, sights are good, barbecue sucks. Wine, I don't know. Is this entertaining? Am I answering your questions well? I hope so. I'm trying really hard. It is like so hard for me to not swivel in this chair. I'm trying not to be all over the place. But okay, next question. This is Haley_LH. Hey Haley. What resources do you use to find housing places to rent? If you want to find rooms or just people who are looking for roommates because you're just moving and you're ready to come to LA, I would go on Facebook housing groups. There's like one called LA Student Living, LA Housing, or L/roommates. So definitely go on Facebook for groups. They have tons of people just putting up listings like, hey, I have this 1-bedroom with prices, or you can be like, hey, my name's such and such, I'm moving at this time, what do you guys have? As far as other resources, Craigslist is also an option. There's usually like a taboo feel with Craigslist that you're gonna get creep. I personally feel that way too, so I don't really go on Craigslist much, but I have heard success stories from Craigslist. And if you're living with people, already have your roommates, and you just want an apartment building, not per room, again, I would drive to the area you want to be in, and then look around for signs that say 2-bedroom, 1-bedroom, whatever you're looking for. Again, you can go on the internet, but it might be harder by the time you set up a viewing. 5 applications could already be in. So I would definitely try going to the places in person, calling them. If you look at leasing offices, like if you actually find like Alliance Property or whatever landlord, find them and then go on their sites. I definitely look out for scams, and good luck finding cool places. I hope this helped. Okay, this question is from Sammy Danielson. Have you run into any celebrities around town just living their everyday lives? I could say that I met celebrities in their everyday life at a movie premiere because it wasn't the celebrities in the movie, it was just their friends going to support them and see the movie, but that still seems like an event. So it wasn't really just them like getting groceries or anything. So no, I have yet to see any celebrities in just everyday life, although I have seen them on sets when I do background acting, and I have seen them at movie premieres and events like that, talk shows, all that organized stuff. But yeah, I would love to see them just an everyday. Hopefully I can be as calm and chill as I am when I'm working with them, and not just be like, oh my god, I love you. Which I did do to one person, not because like I really love her, like she wasn't my favorite celebrity. I was just like, oh my god, she's here, and I was like, hey, what's up? And she was like, hi. So definitely try to be like chill or match their energy when you meet them so they don't think you're crazy. So no, none just in everyday life, but it does happen. My friends have ran into people and I see it on their Instagrams and stuff. So yeah, I should probably get out more so I can meet more celebs. How's parking? This is from L.V.Rita. She asks, how's parking? L, parking is horrible. Not only is there no parking, but there are about 3 to 5 parking signs at one spot that tell you if you can or cannot park there, and usually you cannot. It'll say do not park from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. Then don't park from 12 to 1 on Tuesday because it's street cleaning day. Then it'll say 2-hour parking between these time frames except on such and such day. Then it'll say even more things. Parking is horrible. Not only are there no parking at the actual events you go to, you have to find parking that is as long as your event. So you may find a spot and you're like, oh my god, yes, I only have to walk like 1 block, or I only have to turn the corner, but it's a 1-hour to 2-hour parking thing and your event is 5 hours. That is when you have to find neighborhoods. So if you want to park in LA, all you have to do is find the neighborhoods and you should be good. So yeah, don't recommend parking here, but you kind of have to, so you'll figure it out. All right, and the last question we have is, did you have to take the driving test again to get a California license and license plates? So yes, you do have to retake the written test because California has its own rules. You don't have to retake the driving test if your license is not expired. If your license is expired, you have to take the driving test and the written test because it's like, well, can you drive because your license is expired? So mine expired in like a week, so I didn't have to do the driving, but you definitely have to do the California test. And I don't think you have to do the test to get California plates per se. I actually haven't gotten my plates yet. I need to do that. But definitely to get a license, your little cute California card, you have to retake the written test. And there's tons of tests online that you can just like read over and look at. Some rules actually are different, so you do want to study like maybe 2 days before. But yeah, you should be good. I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A and I hope I answered your questions well. This is just my point of view of LA and what I think, so if you want to see more, I'm sure tons of my friends will make similar videos because I do have some YouTube friends. So just watch those if you want to get like a sense of if you can live here or not, because I definitely do believe it's a vibe. It's a thing that you gotta be ready for. And if you're not, honestly, it may just not be the place for you. Not saying you're not like talented enough to be here. It's just a lot, so prepare yourself. But yeah, thanks for watching this video and I can't wait to see what the second year has in store for me. See you guys.